Thank you. We all know that banks can give advice on your portfolio very well. But do private banks really understand your social behavior? Do they really understand who your peer groups are? And do they really give you the expert information that is really targeted to you directly? And do they really enable the relationship managers and the clients to get and give advice that matters? We are DragonWealth. We are a financial technology company that enables clients and relationship managers of private banks to get and give advice that matters. And we make use of social, mobile, analytics, and cloud technologies to deliver that in a white-labeled solutions to private banks here in the region. At the moment, we're starting off with a proof of concept, and we have signed up a couple of banks. We're signing up a couple of banks here in the region, and we encourage everybody to come afterwards to come to us. We are a startup company started in 2013 from a breakaway team from Credit Suisse here in the region. This is Dana Ritter, my name is Bert-Jan van Essen, and we are the co-founders of the company. Let's switch to the iPad application. For this demo, I will be the relationship manager and Dana will be the client. And if you look at the iPad application, I am the relationship manager and I'm going through my morning's daily routine. And what am I doing? I'm of course checking the news. I'm looking at what's happening in the markets. What could be of interest to my clients? And there I'm going and looking at my tailored news feed. And what I see there directly is what everybody is talking about at the moment is the news about NQ Mobile and their sales issues that they have with the company called Muddy Waters and the fraud case therein. And I'm thinking by myself, how does it impact my clients? How does it impact the people that I am working with? And who do I need to call about this? Well, let me just select that news. Let me click on that. And now something really which is not seen in the market until now within private banks. Of course, the news comes up. It tells you about what NQ Mobile and what is the issues they are having with their fraud case. But now I see directly what kind of peer groups, so people like me or people like my clients are impacted by that. So I see there actually 3 peer groups popping up on the top of the screen. I see the enterprise technology wizards. I see people who are interested in small and medium-sized companies or China enthusiasts. All my clients are now grouped into peer groups with potentially the same interest or with the same interest. And there I see directly enterprise technology wizards. There are 24 clients in that group and they are impacted by that news. Well, then let me click on it. Let's see what's going on. So now I've zoomed in to that specific peer group. Now I'm looking at my peers, enterprise technology vehicles. So people like my client, people like me. And there I see on the left-hand side, I see my clients' portfolios nicely structured. And I see on the right-hand side, the top 5 performing clients and portfolios in that same peer group. So now I see on the left-hand side, for example, my client Ken Lee, and I see 5 other clients who are actually the same as he is, same kind of, let's say, investment behavior, the same interest, the same demographics, but they are performing better. So that is probably quite interesting. So let me swipe over then, drag Ken Lee and swipe him over to the number 1 of the top 5 performing portfolios in his peer groups. And there we go. Now I have a direct comparison between my client, Ken, and an anonymized portfolio of his top performing peer. And I can see directly what is the same and what is not the same. And I got also, you see on the top of the screen, the 3 talking points to talk about with my client, Ken Lee. Now, I as a relationship manager want to take action. I'm going to give him a call.
Wow, that seems really easy. But it's actually quite complex, and that's what DragonWealth provides. We bring together bank data and big data, structured information and unstructured information that's in the wider internet, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., in a secure and compliant manner through the notions of peer grouping to provide clients transparency on what other people like them are doing. It's groundbreaking in the space that we're in, and we're able to provide that to wealth management institutions. But let's actually see what this means from a client side. Let's see what it means for Ken Lee. So I'm Ken Lee. I've woken up in the morning. I've heard that there's action in the market. NQ, something's happening. Muddy Waters, the hedge fund is making some noise. I'm quite concerned because, well, I know one of my portfolios, my son's portfolio, has NQ. So I log into the iPad application, and I immediately see a dashboard that shows me my portfolio, my main portfolio, as well as my additional portfolios, the composition, but I also see that I have peer group portfolio comparisons, I have expert advice in the form of products, and I also have a bank feed. And I see directly here, NQ, information, sales search leads to suburban Beijing office. Something's going on. Well, what's that going to mean for my portfolio? I'm quite interested in understanding what I can do. So if I dig deeper and I go into the portfolio page, I directly see my main portfolio and my son's portfolio. And I know NQ is in my son's portfolio, so I'll have to have a look there. But I also see that the expert advice from the bank, they're suggesting me portfolios that are suitable for my risk profile I could look at. And below, I see what other people like me are doing. It's highlighted here, other enterprise technology wizards are investing in, have portfolios that are better and investing in mutual funds. Well, let's take a look at that. I am an expert in technology, and it's something I really enjoy. My portfolio is built out of that. And now I get to see a comparison, my son's portfolio against the recommended portfolio, and I can decide to act. Since there's so much motion in the market right now, it's actually something I'd like to do. Let me call my RM.
Wow, that actually looked quite simple. And I think for both of them, it looks like an excellent solution in the morning. So actually, what Dana did here is actually combining big data and bank data and come up with a solution that suits both the RM and the clients from banks. This is a white-labeled solution that will be provided to banks, and we are a Singapore-based company. So as I already mentioned, we are open for a proof of concept to run now with the diverse banks, with the private banks of wealth managers who are operating here in the region. And we're keen to see you at our booth and in the afternoon to network with us and to talk with us how to join. Thank you very much.
Thank you.